Today we're going to be cooking a Persian stew called Choresht Bademjune. It is a tomato-based stew loaded with meat and eggplant and all kinds of good stuff. Let's get started. Hey everyone, it's Dora from flippinghouseandpancakes.com, and today we are making a family favorite recipe here in my household. It's a Persian stew. It's tomato based. It's got eggplant and potato, and I'm going to throw in some baby okra. It's really delicious, a little touch sour because it's a Persian stew and they like it a little bit sour. I'm going to make it here in my kitchen, and you at home, you can make this too. Let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slice up some onions. I've already peeled them. I'm just going to cut them in half. I've got 2 onions here. Cutting them in half and slicing them, they're going to become just fall apart onion in our stew. So you don't have to worry about anything being very precise, but you do need 2 of them. And the dog that's barking. We're going to slice up these onions. Then we're going to start working on the stovetop. Okay, in my pot, I've got some beef stew cubes of meat, and I also have some beef bones, some chulum bones in there. Just because I felt like adding those today. I was like, that'll be good. So I've got those in there. I'm browning them. I've got about 2 pounds when you add it all up. And I'm going to add my 2 onions into the pot. And we're going to just cook and brown the onions and the meat together. It's going to take a good 10 minutes at least to get everything brown and soft. So I'm going to let that cook, and then we'll come back and continue the recipe. My meat is nice and browned. If, by the way, it starts to stick while you're still working on browning it, then go ahead and add a little touch of water, like half a cup. It's not a big deal because you're going to get ready to add water anyhow. Okay, while that was cooking, I took the opportunity to peel some eggplant, 1 eggplant and 2 potatoes. I'm going to slice them. You can slice them in rounds. I cut them in half and I slice them because I do. It's easier to slice them that way. Okay, and these are going to go, this eggplant's going to go straight into the pot. It's starting to brown because I peeled the eggplant first, but that's okay. Now, if I was authentically Persian, which I am not, if I was authentically Persian, I would actually fry the eggplant on the side, and I would add it later, like right before I served it. But this is how I make it. I've never had a complaint, including from Persians, and it is delicious this way. I'm cutting up my potato into big chunks. So I put in the meat and onions were already there. I added the sliced eggplant. I'm cutting up my 2 potatoes and throwing them in my pot. I'm going to cook everything down all in the pot. There'll still be chunks of eggplant in there, but not just giant slices. Okay. The last of my potatoes. Okay, so I put my eggplant in, my 2 potatoes that I cut up. I'm going to add 2 cans of tomato sauce. If you don't like it super tomatoey, you can definitely just add 1, but I like the tomato sauce. So 2 cans of tomato sauce are going in. I'm going to add about a cup of little baby, have you ever seen them? They are like, this is the size of the okra. They are tiny and adorable. Baby okras. I'm putting about a cup of baby okra in. If you don't like okra and you prefer green beans, put those in. If you don't like any of that, don't put it in at all, and that's also fine. Traditionally, those wouldn't be in an eggplant stew, but that's how I like mine. So, okay, I'm trying to keep this from burning. I'm stirring it up a little bit. Okay, we're going to add enough water just to cover everything. So, looks like I need just a tiny bit more. Let me grab just a little bit more water. That was 4 cups. I think I might need about 6 cups today. Nice big pot. All right, so I've got my pot. Everything is in here, and I'll show you a little closer up in a second. I put the water just to about covering the eggplants. We'll try to kind of float up a little bit. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to cover this and simmer it for at least an hour. We want that meat to become much softer, much nicer. Okay, so I'm gonna cover it with a lid. I'm gonna let it simmer, keep an eye on it, stir it occasionally. If it looks like it's getting too thick, I'm gonna add a little bit of water, but not a lot, because we do want it to thicken a little bit. And then we'll come back when it's ready so you can see what we do to finish off the stew. All right, this is what the choresht looks like right now. I just have it on the flame. You can see right there. I got all the ingredients in, my eggplant, my meat, my okra, my onions, my potatoes, everything's in there. We're gonna cover this up and we're gonna cook it, bring it up to a simmer and cook it for about an hour. All right, my choresht is going a little wild, so I'm gonna turn the temperature down. Turn the flame down a little bit. I'm gonna give it a nice stir and we'll let it simmer away. So my choresht, the stew, has been cooking for about an hour. Meat is definitely softer. Take a look. You can see it's definitely thicker. I'll show you a close-up in a minute. But this is almost done. The only thing I want to do is I'm going to add some lemon juice. About 2 tablespoons is right for this amount. I just kind of keep squirting. I don't have the other kind today. Anyhow, I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If they're Persian, that's cool. If you don't like sour, add a little less. It'll taste a lot more Ashkenazi sort of a food that way. You're gonna stir it and you're gonna let it simmer just for another like 10 or 15 minutes. And then it will be nice and ready. Oh yeah, this is looking good. And check out how nice this stew is looking. Nice, thick. I just splattered myself. Look at that. I'm covered in choresht now. But doesn't that look good? Wow. Little tiny okras. See them in there? This is going to be delicious. And that's it. The choresht is finished. It didn't take a lot of effort. There was some cutting up and some stirring at the beginning and occasionally in the middle, but for the most part, it cooks itself. It smells so good. I can smell it kind of coming up. I wish you guys could smell it from where you are. This is normally served over basmati rice. I didn't make my rice yet. This is for Shabbos. Today is Thursday. It's Thursday night. I'm cooking for Shabbos. I didn't make the rice yet, so it's not on rice right now, but it is absolutely delicious. There's a bowl. I just put some in a bowl so you can see what it looks like in the bowl. It smells so good. I really wish you guys could come and smell it. This was the first food, the first like Persian dish that I really enjoyed eating. It came from an Ashkenazi family, and this was not at all like what we normally ate. Persian cuisine has a lot of very sour aspects to it and sour elements, and this is the first stew that I really enjoyed eating. So I was really happy to get to make this with you guys today. I hope that you will take the opportunity to cook this in your kitchen along with me. And if you do, let me know in the comments down below how it comes out. And of course, if you enjoyed doing this and you want me to do more cooking videos with you, please let me know if there's something you want to learn how to cook. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications so you find out when I do upload a new video. And you can find this recipe in my cookbook, Flipping Houses and Pancakes, Kosher Recipes and Kitchen Design Tips from an Amateur Professional. That's me. You can find that cookbook on Amazon and on my website, flippinghouseandpancakes.com.